You're listening to Ozzys Radio Half Hour. Here is your host, Ozzy. Welcome. Thank you. This is Ozzys Radio Half Hour. We're back. We are back. Yes, the supposed fake war on Ukraine and Russia. It has started. My. Have I got what a joke this is. What a joke. I was watching a bit of PK today. Shout out to PK, another fellow Melbourneite who's exposing the truth for what it is. So exposing the media to the lies. So good on PK. So I was watching one of his videos, a couple of his videos, and mate, he is spot on with everything. If you want to decode from this guy, mate, he's your man. This guy is your man. What can I say? The man is brilliant. So, yeah. What else have I been doing? I had a tin of Spam for lunch today, and I felt pretty crook all the rest of the day today. So, number one tip: don't eat Spam. It's too heavy, and you'll probably feel sick afterwards. So, I don't advise it at all. I have been away for a bit. So what I've been doing is I've been watching Mark Passio. If you don't know who Mark Passio is, I suggest you do a Google search and do a YouTube search on him. Subscribe to his channel, like his videos. Even if you've got the money, donate to this guy. He's quite possibly one of the best, if not the best, or one of the only ones around the world, or in our world today, that's spreading the truth about the occult. The occult isn't just evil; it's actually the deepest secrets of the occult is the knowledge and a lot of the Freemasonry aspects. You may see my last video I done was possibly bagging the Freemason community, but I can assure you I was only bagging what the media wants you to see, and the negative aspect of this whole thing. So the media is only going to give you little bits. They're going to give you little tidbits. They might give you a false flag, which will mean that someone is wearing orange, or all blue, or all one colour, or they might be standing out from the crowd. They might even be wearing multicolour, rainbow, but they are standing out from the crowd or doing something that may seem to be irregular. They may be doing something that's very odd or different to what's normal. So you have a look at what, Burke Street. They had a guy, had Jimmy Gargasoulas and all this stuff, directing his car into Swanston Street and Burke Street, and from eyewitness accounts from PK, his son, according to PK's son, from what I've heard, was that he was working in the city on Burke Street that afternoon when it happened. They were told to leave the area by the police, so that the police could set up a fake crime scene. So uh, from what PK has put together in his research, that there was no victims, there was no one killed, no one ran over. So it's all just a big show. A lot of these false flag events are big shows just so that they could take away more of our rights. And yeah, there was another. I done a video last week from the Melton false flag attack near Melton High School, and a good friend of mine got me onto. I won't mention his name because he told me not to mention his name, but if you're listening out there, thank you very much for the information. So yeah, like I would have worked it. He just sent me a text with the news report on it, and he goes, "What do you think about this?" And had a look at it, deciphered it, and he was agreeing with what I had said. He was giving me most of the information at hand. He goes, "Yep, false flag attack." So there we are. We are, children. Here it is. You know, that event was fake. You know, as with a lot of other events, the fake war on Russia and Ukraine. You know, that's another fake thing. It's the same with this so-called, you know, the con job coof. You know, the fake bug. I'm reading a meme called there's two guys at the gas station. The gas attendant asks the customer, regular or premium, and the customer saying, "I'm just looking, thanks." Kind of reminds me of when I went to the ice creamery last time. Mate, the prices, I wanted to make sure that I was getting the best ice cream for bang for your buck. So yeah. Also, I made a nice little rocket stove as well. That goes all right. Had a bit of a test out with that. Fixed my bike. I had to take the wheel off to fix a puncture. So I put the tube back in. Pain in the ass. But yeah, not much else to report. The fake bankers and media are also, you know, they're all in the Triangle Club. They're all using their hand symbolisms. I'm just going through some videos that a mate sent me. Rafael Nadal, the tennis star, he's apparently he got heavy chest pains in the tennis, and he's wearing orange as well. Orange Johnny on the spot. So yeah, that's interesting. So, you know, and who's the other tennis player? She's what's her name? Ash Barty retires today. So it's a shock exit for her. But I think she's probably, personally, I think she's a tranny. I think she's getting a sex change or something like that. She doesn't even look female. You look at her, and she's got weird teeth. She's got like razor sharp teeth, and her eyes look like they look demonic. Yeah, I don't think she's a real person. You know. It just looks really strange, like how a lot of these people look, and yeah, it's really odd. I'm just going through. Yeah, there's I've seen a lot of chemtrails near the beach. I went to beach the other day, and there's been a lot of chemtrails about. Uh, so yeah, there's a lot happening, but yeah, we're just waiting. We're waiting for the financial collapse as well. We don't even know if that's a false flag, or that's been faked, or that's not what it appears to be. So yeah, I'm not really sure of what to take of that. Um, yeah, I've I'm just going through my notes here. Uh, Max Eigen, he's talking from Mexico. A lot of people love him or hate him. I know PK had a few words with him a few years back. I think he's good with the information, but then again, he stabbed a lot of people in the back. So you know, you get the good with the bad, as you say. Problem is, a lot of these so-called freedom fighters, truther commentators, reporters, Rebel News, RV, they could be all disinfo agents too. They're like RV even. From what I heard, he stabbed PK in the back too. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. I don't want to go into PK's business, but yeah, like he's had a hard time in the past with them, and PK is actually, like, lately I've been given some good comments to PK with regards to the Ukraine-Russian so-called fake war. Giving him some good comments about the created destruction of Ukraine with the bridge and the supposed tanks being blown up, or you know, just really fake Jimmy on the spot kind of really bad news coverage from the BBC currently in the Ukraine. You know, it's just laughable. The amount of people still buying this fake narrative is ridiculous. Look, I was watching a live feed today, Eric Farmer's live feed, and I was distracted by like I had the windows open in my house, so I was just sitting in my house and I seen a police car outside. And I'm thinking, oh, I hope that's not for me. Spreading disinformation. But it was highway patrol. They were pulling over a car just on my street, and you know, I was going to go out and investigate. I didn't really want to. I just wanted to stay away from these idiots. But yeah, apparently the driver of that car was I don't know. From what I overheard, the suspension was raised too high, and I had a look at it. I don't think it was raised that high at all. It seemed to be quite normal for what, you know, car it was. You know, it was like a full drive ute, whatever. You know, what do you expect? People like to ride high and, you know, climb rocks everywhere. So, but these police just felt the need to bully someone. So I went up to him and I said to him, he said hello to me, and I said to him, hey mate, you know, you do realise that you've got Freemasonic symbols all over your car. just to really, you know, drive it home. And he goes, yeah, I know, you know, like he told me, he goes, yeah, I know, like literally just told me, like, you know, without any form of regret or nothing. He's like, yeah, I know. like it's normal. Like being a Freemason is normal. Like, yeah, being a Freemason has its good points. If it's used for good, yeah, the esoteric knowledge is good, but they don't give you enough of it. This is what I'm trying to say to people, that all these porch Freemasons that are on the checkerboard. These guys that are driving around in these cars are all, and they've got their little checkerboard hats on. That's why their brain is in a cage. Their mind is in a cage. It's so crazy, man. I went for a walk to the shops the other day. The Melton, you know what clinic for the Vaseline. I went to I went to speak to the security guard there. Young bloke, very, he was nice. He wasn't being an ass to me or anything, but I was telling him about all this stuff, and I said, I think it's all crap, and you guys should stop what you're doing. He goes, oh no, I'm just working here. I asked him first. I said, before I asked him the other questions, I said, how much you earning, by the way, per hour? And he goes, oh, can vary, roughly from 25 an hour to 35 an hour. It really depends. And I was like, wow. That was my response. I was, wow, like where I used to work years ago at the wharf, I'd only, like, at most I'd probably earn 27 an hour on a casual rate, and then you had to wait either on the weekend if you got called up for a weekend, or overtime, to earn a bit of extra money, and I just said, wow, I said, I just said to him, look, you do realise what you're doing is wrong. Do you remember what happened in World War II? Do you know your history? I just asked him that, and he goes, yeah, I'm aware of that. So, although this young kid was switched on, he was still advocating for the ritual killing of humanity, or the start of it, here in my hometown. It was really, I don't know, I just felt queasy about it. And I told him, I said, this place used to be a Bunnings, now it's a kill factory, and then he told me to get out of the way because there was a car coming in, and I kind of just looked around, and then I looked at this woman that was in the car, and I said, I said, don't get another one of these, it's going to cause you harm, it's going to cause you, health effects, and you might die, She didn't listen to me. It was as if I was a ghost to her. I didn't exist. It's like that, like, this is what I mean by allegory. A lot of movies are allegory. This just popped in my head. The movie Ghost, very good allegory to what's happening today. I feel like I'm the dead guy and trying to, hello, is there, think McFly, think. And so many allegories in these movies, and people aren't getting it because they think a lot of these sci-fi, science fiction movies and horror movies, or weird esoteric movies that portray all this stuff are just fantasy. So the esoteric knowledge, people think of it as fantasy, where it's hidden knowledge. It's been packed away, like even nursery rhymes and old poems and everything like that, and folklore and all this stuff, and gremlins and small people and dwarfs and Giants even. No one talks about the Giants. They might talk about GWS for the footy. The footy's back. Even a lot of these so-called truthers, mate, they're all into the footy, but they don't even know what the footy is all about. Look, I'm all for competition sports and keeping up your fitness and playing sport is good for your health and your well-being and community. But I'd love to play a sport, but when you've been locked out from society because of you won't take any medical experiments, you kind of feel that you shouldn't really be supporting this stuff. You shouldn't even be watching this stuff, supporting it or anything. So, and to be quite honest, the game has lost its edge. It's bowed down to the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ community, PC culture, just general, neo-feminism aspects. That's why they had to bring in a female league, because the neo-feminists were crying and saying, oh, we need a footy league for women, Women want to play footy as well. Well, what about the men that want to play netball? Did you ever think about the men that want to play netball in a national league? No. Why don't men get a national netball league? It's they're all for equality about that, and they want more rights for women, but there's actually a lot of diminishing rights for men at the same time in pushing a neo-feminist agenda. So, but also the same thing. What I add is the MGTOW and WGTOW communities. I used to be part of the MGTOW community over Facebook and Facebook groups. The amount of trash that I now understand that they're just trash organisations who don't have a solution to what the war between male and female is. If you want a war, if you want to talk about war, don't talk about the war in Russia and Ukraine. You talk about the war that's between male and female. That's more prevalent, and that's more of a it has to be spoken about. Otherwise, we're going to end up further and further down this ditch. And male and female do need to come together and unite. That's what brings life. Without male and female, you can't bring in life. You can't make a child. It's all part of this eugenics kind of stuff. I wouldn't call it eugenics, because eugenics means good genes. They want us to have bad genes. These sickos that are running the world, these Satanists, these filth, that they want to create a race of people that is just they want to create a race of stupid people. That's what they want to do. It's not creating the perfect race like what Adolf wanted. I'm not going to say his surname because I might get shafted off here, but you know who I'm talking about. And a lot of people are saying even how good he was, even how good Donald Trump is as well, right? And they are quite similar in a way. They are quite influential. Yeah, they are both influential, very influential. But I don't even I honestly will say this, that the whole Q movement and Donald Trump, if you're waiting out on a saviour for Donald Trump and the Q movement, I think you're clearly mistaken. He's not going to help you. The fat bald guy that I can't remember his name. He's British, but I call him the fat bald guy. He talks a lot of rubbish. I can tell you right now. This guy is saying he's ex-Navy SEAL, ex-financial controller for the Navy SEALs in the UK. What a load of rot. What a load of rubbish. This guy thinks that there's this Nasara Jasara happening, that Trump's going to come back, he's going to put everything right, and he's going to jail all the pedos. Very good luck. Very good luck. Like, that's, good luck with that. If you're gonna rely on false dogmatic beliefs that things are going to happen like that, Q is a psyop invented by the CIA. It's all a religion. It's all a religion. Is not just Christianity and Islam or whatever. It's also these little innate groups of people that are, even in the freedom community, it's a religion. People come together, they congregate, they go to a meeting, they might meet together somewhere, they might meet online, they might meet in a park, they might meet in a pub, right? They meet, they congregate, they talk, right? That's part of a religion, that's part of a, but a religion doesn't just mean, Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, whatever, right? Jewish kind of, religion. It also means if you're a solipsist, if you're atheist, if you love the government, then you're a religionist. Even if you don't have a religion, you're still if you're following the religion of money, banking, government, which most of us are still doing. Even myself, I haven't broken my ties with spending money or anything like that, because we all do that. They've put us in a box. They've put us in this rigid box that it is going to be very hard to get out of. So I am, in one hand I am worried about the future, but in one hand I'm also excited about what could be happening for our future if it goes well, if it goes good, if it turns to be well. So I kind of have to, balance it in a way. I don't want to be too positive, but I've got to be realistic about it too. So that's just my take on it. People have varying beliefs, opinions, whatever, but I'm just saying it how it is. If you don't like it, go. You don't have to listen. You don't have to listen to my stuff. I'm not going to be rude, but you don't have to listen. You can even block me if you want. Block your ears or block me. So with that, I'm going to love you and leave yous, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Stay safe. I think everyone's sick of listening to that, the whole stay safe message, but stay safe from government is what I'm trying to get at. Good night, everybody.